Good evening, and welcome to the Township Committee meeting of October the 4th, 2016. Ms. Bork, will you please call the roll?
Committeeman Burchett.
Here.
Committeewoman McCauley. Here. Committeeman Thompson.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Sirachi. Mayor Delcourt.
Here.
Administrator Ferrara.
Here.
Attorney Willard.
Here. Please join me in a salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be advised that in accordance with Section 5 of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975, that notice of this meeting was made by the posting on the bulletin board at the Hillsborough Township Municipal Complex and notifying the officially designated newspapers that this meeting would take place at the Hillsborough Township Municipal Complex at 7:30 p.m. on October the 4th, 2016. First on our agenda is approval of minutes. And the first set of minutes is the September 13th, 2016 regular meeting minutes. Can I have a motion for those minutes, please?
So moved. Second, Mayor.
Roll call, please.
Committeeman Burchett.
Yes.
Committeeman McCauley.
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson.
Yes.
Mayor Delcourt.
Yes. We'll move to reports from committee liaisons. First up, Committeeman Burchett.
Thank you, Mayor. From the Engineering Department, there's a section of road between Wirtsville and Long Hill. There's a section of Wirtsville Road between Long Hill and Montgomery that's going to be closed for about 2 months. So please plan on detouring around that area. Last week from the EBDC, last week at Royce Brook, the HBA Hillsborough Business Association hosted the Business Social for 2016. There were over 100 participants and township officials. They had a speaker from the library, and she was really good, who shared information about free resources available to the business community. So if you need any information, please contact the Business Association website, and there's a synopsis on how to get a hold of the information there. This Saturday, hopefully, there's going to be a Veterans and Active Military Appreciation Day at the Hillsborough Central Jersey Airport. The Rotary Club is hosting this, and we're hoping for good weather. It's going to be this Saturday, October 8th, from 1 to 5, and we're going to have active and former military and their families, along with the general public, are all invited. We're going to have flyovers. We're going to have a lot of neat aircraft, some really unique cars and things like that. So it's going to be a good time. If was it Hurricane Michael? Matthew. If Hurricane Matthew cooperates. So that is all, Mayor.
Thank you. Committeewoman McCauley.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everybody. A few notes for me tonight from the Police Department. In a few moments, we'll be issuing a proclamation declaring October 10th as Put the Brakes on Fatalities Day. It's expected this effort will help in our continuing efforts to stem the tide of tragedies that occur every day on New Jersey's roadways. Shining the spotlight on this one day can help create a groundswell of support for the driving behaviors that can carry over throughout the whole year. Put the Brakes on Fatalities Day not only raises awareness about the individual responsibility we have for driving behavior, but also engages drivers in making positive changes behind the wheel every day of the year. Just a reminder, the credit card grant applications are now being accepted for nonprofit youth and senior groups to apply for the grants up to $2,000. You can go through Hillsborough Affinity Reward Credit Card. If you visit the Township website, you can obtain the application for that. The deadline to submit the application is October 12th to the administrative office here. Somerset County Election Board is hiring poll workers. They have to be a registered voter. They're looking for the poll workers to work on the election days throughout the year. Training is provided prior to every election, and poll workers are paid $200 per election. You can contact the Board of Elections at 908-231-7086 for fall 2016 class dates and times. October 18th is the last day to register for the general election. The county clerk's office will remain open until 6 p.m. on Wednesday evenings through November 2nd for residents who need a mail-in ballot. In addition, the county clerk's office will be open from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Saturday, November 5th. If submitted by mail, completed applications must be received by Tuesday, the 1st of November. This will allow time for the ballot to be mailed back to the applicant. Voters or authorized messengers of voters may visit the county clerk's office during office hours up until 3 p.m. on Monday, November 7th, to fill out an application and receive the mail-in ballot. That's it for me this evening, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Committeeman Thompson.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple of quick things for me this evening. First, and I believe you're going to talk about it more, I was glad to attend the HRC Fitness run the other night, or other day, this past Sunday, but I know you're going to speak a little bit more about that. Also, just a reminder from our Finance Department that the fourth quarter 2016, first and second quarter 2017 tax bills were mailed this morning. As always, we want to thank our senior groups, A and B, for volunteering to stuff those tax bills for us. It significantly reduces the cost along with that, and I'm sure the mayor was glad that the 0% tax increase is included in that tax mail that came out from this Township Committee. Also a reminder that the registration is still available for the Township's Children's Halloween Party for Thursday, October 27th from 4 to 6:30 p.m. Pre-registration is required. The cost to participate is $5 per child, which includes a hayride, to pick a pumpkin, to visit the haunted house here in the municipal building, and a goodie bag. To register, you can visit the Parks and Rec's website at hillsborough-nj.org. The Recreation Department is also holding the second annual Halloween party for our dogs in town, Saturday, October 29th. It was a great time last year. The event starts at 8:30. Followed by a parade and costume contest, so we do encourage you to join us on Saturday, October 29th. Reminder from the Health Department that the flu vaccination clinic will be held on Thursday, October 6th and Monday, October 17th from 3 to 6:30 p.m. All the details are in the Friday e-news and on the website. And also sponsored by the Somerset County Clinic will be a drive-through flu shot event on October 8th at the Somerset County Public Works Garage at 410 Roycebrook Road here in Hillsborough. The cost for the flu shot is $5 for the general public and free to any emergency and first responders with proper identification. And last, I just want to wish all of our Jewish friends a Happy New Year with Rosh Hashanah just happening yesterday. So thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Same message from me. Certainly, Happy New Year to those that are celebrating the Rosh Hashanah. Couple of actually very interesting and exciting pieces of news tonight that we can announce. First of all, for the commuters that are currently heading into New York on a daily basis, beginning Monday, October the 17th, commuters into New York will have another option to ease their commute. We will be beginning a bus line direct from the Hillsborough Promenade into Grand Central Station, Grand Central Terminal, excuse me, and also a couple other stops finishing up at the United Nations building. That will be an express bus ride direct from Hillsborough into New York. There is additional information that will be available on the Suburban Transit website, or you can call 732-249-1100. The transit line is line 200, and it's Hillsborough Service Express. I'd like to thank Administrator Ferreira and Committee Member Shett and our Administrator David Coys for their work with the bus line and getting this line operational. I know it's not the easiest commute from here, or certainly from the train in whether it's in Raritan or somewhere in that vicinity where you're picking up the train. So to be able to have a direct bus line from here will certainly be a benefit to our New York commuters. So pleased to announce that, and there is information on the Suburban Transit website, or you can call them for additional information. But again, that will be commencing on Monday, October the 17th. Unfortunately, with some of the circumstances that have been occurring throughout the country, the safety of our employees and our residents is always paramount here in Hillsborough. So all the employees of the municipal complex, including the library and Board of Education offices, will be participating in an active shooter training exercise on Friday, October the 21st. The building will be closed on the morning of the drill from 10 a.m. to approximately noon. A little over 2 years ago, we did a similar exercise, and it's in the interest of the safety of our township employees and visitors that a refresher exercise be conducted to ensure that everyone has reinforced understanding of what should happen and what was taught previously during the emergency situation. It's critical in these circumstances that our employees understand how the police and other first responders will respond to the event of an active shooter or some type of similar threat. And we will continue to notify the public prior to the exercise, reminding everyone that this is just a drill, but that it is an important exercise for us to be sure that we can keep our employees and residents safe. And just a reminder that, again, on Friday, October the 21st, the building will be closed for a couple-hour period while we're conducting this exercise. As Committee Member Shett noted, last week we had the final HBA social event for the year. It was held over at Royce Brook Country Club, and I'd like to thank our business advocate and the EBDC for coordinating another very successful event. We had a good turnout, and it's a great opportunity for our businesses in town to be able to mingle together and hopefully network and generate business for themselves. Also, as previously noted, this past Sunday I participated in the HRC Fitness 5K run. The run was for the benefit of Gigi's Playhouse, and I see a couple of familiar faces here that were all participating in the race. So, hi everyone. So I understand there was about 420 or so participants in the race. I did finish. I was very proud of myself. And I'd just like to congratulate all the runners and the organizers for a very successful event, and we'll be hearing from you guys in just a minute. We'll have you up for a proclamation. As for the town calendar, just a reminder that any photographers here in Hillsborough, to get your submissions in for consideration for the 2017 town calendar. Details will be in the Friday e-news, but similar to the calendar we did this year, we'll be taking submissions from local photographers on any photos they've taken in town for consideration in our calendar next year. Calendar is funded through advertisements in the calendar. It's not funded through tax dollars. And as always, if you'd like to stay connected to what's happening in town, there are a number of ways you can do that. As I noted earlier, we do have our Friday e-newsletter. We do get messages out on Twitter, so if you're not following us on Twitter, please make sure you do follow the township on that. We have our TV 29 and Hillsborough YouTube channel showcasing our meetings and Hillsborough The Good Life episodes and other pertinent information. And of course, for traffic and or other emergency related information, please subscribe to Nixle and the Honeywell Instant Alerting System. That will provide you with traffic updates or road closures or accident information for anywhere in town. So lots of opportunities to stay connected, and we want to make sure you're well informed of what's happening here in Hillsborough. So we're going to move on to our proclamations this evening. I would ask that after you receive your proclamation, if you could please just take your seat. After everyone has received their proclamations, we will take a short break. And if you'd like to leave at that time, you can. But I'd like you to please retain your seat, and we'll so we get through all the proclamations, so that everyone gets an opportunity to be recognized. All right. With that, we're going to go first to our first proclamation, which is honoring the Hillsborough Public Library for 50 years of outstanding service here in Hillsborough. So please come on up for that, and I'm going to call down Committeeman Thompson, our library liaison. Going old school.
I like it.
So whereas in the early 1950s, Miss Janet Twitchell Singley started the first Hillsborough library in her home, and whereas the Hillsborough Public Library opened in its first public space on October 8th, 1966, and whereas on March 24th, 1975, the Hillsborough Public Library officially joined the Somerset County Library System as a branch, and whereas on January 23rd, 1991, a new 18,000 square foot library was opened here in the municipal complex. And whereas in June 2005, the Hillsborough Public Library reopened its doors following an expansion which increased the space to 27,000 square feet. Whereas in 2005, the library circulated over 70,000 items, including large print books, books on cassette, DVDs, videos, music CDs, newspapers, and over 250 magazines. And whereas in 2015, the Hillsborough Library circulated over 404,000 items, including print and electronic books, print and electronic magazines, DVDs, Blu-rays, and music CDs. And whereas in 2016, the library is open 70 hours a week and 7 days a week, year-round. Now therefore be it proclaimed that we, the Mayor and the Township Committee of the Township of Hillsborough, do hereby recognize and honor the Hillsborough Public Library for a successful 50 years of providing excellent service and reference to our residents, which has been instrumental in making Hillsborough one of the best places to live in America. And be it further proclaimed that we, the Mayor and the Township Committee of the Township of Hillsborough, thank the staff of the Hillsborough Public Library, both past and present, for their continued dedication to our community. And I'd just also like to say, I cannot tell you how many residents come up to me and tell me how amazed they are at how outstanding our library here is in town. We get not just people from Hillsborough, but really surrounding communities coming here to utilize our library because of the jewel that it is. So I'd like to thank you for that and continue, please, that excellent service. It is truly something that is very special here in town. Thank you. I'm going to leave that. Would you like to say anything?
On behalf of the Somerset County Library System, the staff of the Hillsborough Library, and myself, I'd like to thank the Township Committee for your strong support over the years and look forward to the years to come. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you again.
Okay. Can I have our police liaisons come on down? And Chief, you want to come up too? This is for Put the Brakes on Fatalities Day. Whereas October 10th, 2016 has been declared Put the Brakes on Fatalities Day by Hillsborough Township, and whereas alcohol-related crashes account for 28% of the state's traffic fatalities, while 26% of all fatal crashes involve traveling at unsafe speeds. And whereas motorcyclists, bike riders, and pedestrians face increased risks on New Jersey's roadways as people opt for alternative modes of transportation. And whereas 50 motorcyclists, 17 bicyclists, and 173 pedestrians were killed in New Jersey in traffic-related crashes in 2015. And whereas safer driving behaviors such as buckling up every ride, obeying posted speed limits, stopping for pedestrians in crosswalks and using crosswalks when walking, avoiding aggressive driving behaviors, never driving impaired, wearing proper safety gear while riding a motorcycle or bicycle, and focusing solely on driving by avoiding distractions can dramatically reduce the number of traffic-related injuries and deaths. Now therefore be it proclaimed that we, the Mayor and the Hillsborough Township Committee, do hereby proclaim October 10th, 2016 as Put the Brakes on Fatalities Day and call upon Hillsborough residents to put these life-saving behaviors into practice to improve safety on the roadways in our community and throughout the state. Chief, anything else to say?
Just, it's always been my position that in this section of New Jersey that driving pretty much presents a greater danger than crime or some other dangers that you might associate with. You should always be careful and drive safe.
Okay. don't you guys all come down for red ribbon? Yeah. Can I have our Municipal Alliance come on up for red ribbon? All right. Whereas alcohol and other drug abuse in the nation has reached epidemic stages, and whereas 90% of Americans with a substance abuse problem started smoking, drinking, or using other drugs before the age of 18, and whereas it is imperative that visible, unified prevention education efforts by community members be launched to reduce the demand for drugs, and whereas the National Family Partnership for Drug-Free Youth, the District Life Skills Committee, and the Hillsborough Millstone Municipal Alliance are sponsoring the National Red Ribbon Campaign, offering citizens the opportunity to demonstrate their commitment to drug-free lifestyles. And whereas the National Red Ribbon Campaign will be celebrated in every community in America during Red Ribbon Week, October 23rd through 31st, 2016. And whereas business, government, law enforcement, schools, religious institutions, service organizations, youth, physicians, senior citizens, military, sports teams, and individuals will demonstrate their commitment to drug-free, healthy lifestyles by wearing and displaying red ribbons during this week-long campaign. And whereas the Township of Hillsborough further commits its resources to ensure the success of the Red Ribbon Campaign and its theme, "You only live once, be drug-free." Now therefore be it proclaimed that we, the members of the Hillsborough Township Committee, do hereby support October 23rd through 31st, 2016 as Red Ribbon Week, and encourage the citizens of Hillsborough to participate in drug prevention activities, making a visible statement that we are strongly committed to a drug-free community. And we further encourage all citizens to pledge, "You only live once, be drug-free." Lisa, sorry, say something.
We just wanted to say thank you to the mayor and the committee for recognizing this year after year. We appreciate all the work that we do together as a community, with the police, with the schools, our life skills. We hope everyone will come out on October 14th to the Hillsborough High School football game and also wear your red ribbons and help us celebrate. We do 25 years almost now of community preventive work, and we're very proud of the efforts we've made to make Hillsborough as safe as we can, still fighting, but we'll fight the good fight as long as we can. So thank you.
And they do. This organization does so much for drug prevention and alcohol abuse here in Hillsborough, and they're really a dedicated group, and it's an alliance that is very important to what we do here in town. And Red Ribbon Week coming up with the football game is something. If you can get out, please come out, wear your red. Red always works for me because I always got the Rutgers colors anyway, so I've got lots of red stuff. But it's a good football game to get out to and support the campaign that's going on here in town. Thank you. Okay, and finally, National Down Syndrome Acceptance Month. Why don't you guys come on up?
There's Ben. Hey, Ben. Hey, Ben.
Good, you?
Ready for the meeting?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yes.
Just confirm that. Cool.
Whereas October is National Down Syndrome Acceptance Month, and approximately 1 in every 792 children are born with Down syndrome, representing an estimated 6,000 births per year in the United States. And whereas there are over 400,000 individuals living with Down syndrome in the United States currently. And whereas people with Down syndrome contribute to their families, their schools, their co-workers, and society, they have hopes and dreams and make a difference in this world. And whereas Gigi's Playhouse is the National Down Syndrome Achievement Center, serving children and adults of all ages, providing educational and therapeutic programs at no charge in a format that individuals with Down syndrome learn best. And their mission is to change the way the world sees Down syndrome through national campaigns, educational programs, and by empowering individuals with Down syndrome, their families, and their community. And whereas Gigi's Playhouse in Hillsborough has successfully supported over 200 families in central New Jersey since opening in January 2015, and through community support have been able to educate others about Down syndrome. And whereas Gigi's Playhouse vision is to maximize self-confidence and empower individuals to achieve their greatest potential, their goal is to create a world where individuals with Down syndrome are accepted and embraced in their families, schools, and community. And whereas Gigi's Playhouse in Hillsborough is continually supported by HRC Fitness through the club's organization of the HR Fitness Charity 5K and 1 Mile Walk, which raises funds to support Gigi's Playhouse and also promotes awareness of people with Down syndrome and their extraordinary capabilities. Now therefore be it proclaimed that we, the Mayor and the Hillsborough Township Committee, do hereby declare October as National Down Syndrome Acceptance Month. And we ask all citizens to celebrate with us the abilities and accomplishments of those with Down syndrome. You want to hold this for me? I don't know what you're doing over on the side there, because you should be right up there.
Thank you. Sure, sure. I just wanted to say this is really about these wonderful Hillsborough residents right here. This is just a small fraction of the individuals with Down syndrome that live in the Hillsborough community that feel the acceptance that you give us every single day. And Gigi's Playhouse is very honored to be accepted in the Hillsborough community and to have this proclamation and celebrating this month. So thank you so much.
The work that Gigi does is simply outstanding, and thank you very much for all you've done. And it was nice to be able to participate in the race the other day. I know they raised a ton of money for the organization, so thank you and congratulations. All right,
I'm going to get out of this picture because I want it to be about them. So.
Okay. Why don't you guys
get together for a picture.
Over this way.
Come on over. There we go.
Jacob, why don't you stand right by Joseph? There you go.
Got it. Good. Thanks, everyone.
Toby, can you bring that to me, Doug? Good job. Good job, guys.
No problem. Okay, we have no new business this evening, so we're going to move to public comment on new business and matters that are not on tonight's agenda. If anyone has any comments on any matters that are not on tonight's agenda, now's the time to please come forward. Okay, seeing none, we're going to move to introduction of new ordinances. First is ordinance 2016-21, an ordinance amending Chapter 231 of the Code of the Township of Hillsborough titled Property Maintenance, Section 232.3, titled Exterior Maintenance Standards, Further consideration of this ordinance and a public hearing will be held on November 9th, 2016. This ordinance has been in place for over 25 years. During that time frame, the non-residential property owners have always been responsible for the maintenance of their stormwater facility. This amendment requires those property owners to supply the township with an annual inspection report as required by the NJDEP. May I have may I have a motion to introduce this ordinance?
So moved, Mayor.
Second?
Any comments from the dais? Comments from the floor? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Bichette?
Yes.
Committeeman McCauley?
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson?
Yes.
Mayor Delacroix?
Yes. Consideration number 1 is a resolution rejecting all bids for the Phase 2 restoration of the Vanderveer Harris House as received on September 9th, 2016, pursuant to NJSA 40A:11-13.2 A and B. Sealed bids were received on September the 9th for Phase 2 renovations to the Vanderveer Harris House. Bid packages were sent to 5 contractors in the pre-qualified pool in accordance with state and county regulations. 4 of the 5 contractors submitted a bid. However, all the bids were substantially over the construction budget. Our project architect, Mills and Schnoring, has recommended that the bids be rejected. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any comments from the dais? Comments from the floor? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Bichette?
Yes.
Committeeman McCauley?
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson?
Yes.
Mayor Delacroix?
Yes. Resolution number 2 is a resolution authorizing Mills and Schnoring Architects, LLC, to provide professional services associated with the Phase 2 restoration of the Vanderveer Harris House pursuant to their proposal dated October 3rd, 2016, not to exceed $5,095. In order to revise the scope of the work for the Phase 2 renovation work, prepare updated construction estimates, and rebid the project, the architect's contract will need to be increased. Once that work is done, the new scope and bid documents would be forwarded to the pre-qualified pool for a second bid. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any comments from the dais? Comments from the floor? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Bichette?
Yes.
Committeeman McCauley?
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson?
Yes.
Mayor Delacroix?
Yes. Consideration number 3 is a resolution authorizing a non-fair and open agreement with the Elm Group, Inc. to provide environmental and remediation services at the Public Works Facility in an amount not to exceed $70,500. Environmental Liability Management, better known as the ELM Group, a professional environmental consultant, has been providing environmental consulting services for the monitoring, reporting, and remediation of the DPW underground storage tank area. The NJDEP requirements regarding the numerous monitoring wells that must be checked and reported on a quarterly basis are very costly, and this resolution reauthorizes some work to be done there. May I have a motion?
So moved, Mayor.
Second?
Any comments from the dais? Comments from the floor? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Committeeman Bichette?
Yes.
Committeeman McCauley?
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson?
Yes.
Mayor Delacroix?
Yes. Moving on to our consent agenda. Can I have a motion to approve tonight's consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Any comments from the dais?
Mayor, just on number 5, I'm sure you've had a chance to meet Frank Strauss. He is now getting permanent employee status in our Hillsborough Parks and Recreation Department. He's a great guy and been a very valuable asset to the team, so congratulations
I agree
to him.
completely, yep. Thank you. Any other comments from the dais? Comment?
Actually, just to clarify, Counselor, am I allowed to vote on number 3?
You're a member of the Rotary?
Yes.
Yeah, I would say that you should abstain from that vote then.
So you have to pull out number 4.
Number three, right?
Yeah.
So how do we do that?
So we have a motion to approve items 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7 on the consent agenda. We're pulling out 3 for now. And then we'll vote on 3 separately.
Okay.
Mayor, I'll make that motion.
Second?
Second?
Okay. All in favor?
It's a roll
Roll call.
call.
Roll call, please.
Committeeman Bichette?
Yes.
Committeewoman McCauley?
Yes?
Committeeman Thompson?
Yes.
Mayor Delcor?
Yes, and now we'll move a motion strictly on consent agenda item number 3. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call. Any comments from the dais? From the floor? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Bichette?
Abstain?
Committeewoman McCauley?
Yes?
Committeeman Thompson?
Yes.
Mayor Delcor?
Yes. And claims list 2016-19, can I have a motion to approve?
So moved, Mayor.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Committeeman Bichette?
Yes.
Committeewoman McCauley?
Yes?
Committeeman Thompson?
Yes.
Mayor Delcor?
Yes, this concludes our regular meeting this evening. Just a note of reminder, we did move our meeting to tonight, so we'll have a bit of an extended time between our next meeting, which will be October the 25th, 3 weeks from today, here in the courtroom at 7:30 p.m. So can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned. Good night.